I don't know how to start a video, but I'm Hootless, and this is Stardew Valley, Stardrops episode 14. Stardrops and Rarecrows even. So, we're approaching the end of summer, and I was really worried that we wouldn't get a rainbow shell before the month ended, because rainbow shells they can only be found while foraging on the beach during summer, and they're pretty rare. Like, you aren't likely to get multiple in a season unless you get really lucky, and sometimes you can go without seeing one for a long time. But I got lucky, and we got one on like the second to last day of summer. So that's squared away. We do get to fall at the end of this video. We do the first day of fall, and I plant our rare seed, and I plant all of our beet seeds, so I can get the next step ready for the mysterious Master Chi or whatever the quest is. So that's gonna be done soonish. I do have to grow the beets and then put them in Mayor Lewis's fridge. And then the thing after that is taking a solar essence to the desert and putting it in the dragon skull. So that will unlock the casino. I take agriculturist here. That'll unlock the casino, and then we can possibly get the Rarecrow there. We do have to get 10,000 tokens. I'm not sure exactly how I want to do that, like if I just want to buy them. I don't remember what the conversion rate is for gold to tokens. If it's not too expensive, I might do it that way, but we'll see. The reason I took agriculturist is because I'm not going to be using kegs or preserve jars anyways. I'm just going to be growing crops and selling them straight. So there's no reason for me to take artisan if I'm not going to be making artisan goods. And the 10% bonus isn't all that bad. I mean, it's not all that great either, but it does help a little bit. For example, with potatoes, if I were to grow potatoes while having agriculturist, it would shave 1 day off. Because it does say shaves at least 10% off, but it's actually way more complicated than that for evaluating how many days to cut off. And in short, it takes the amount that you can get off. Also, I buy 67 Omni Geodes there just because I felt like buying Omni Geodes. So if something takes 6 days to grow, then it takes, let's say you only have agriculturist, so you get a 10% speed boost. You take 10% of however many days it takes. Potatoes take 6 days, so you take 10% of 6, which is 0.6. Round up, and then remove from growth stages up to 1 day per growth stage until you've run out of days. Starting with the first growth stage, which can be reduced down to 1 day. So if it's 2 days or more for the first growth stage, then you can reduce it by 1. Otherwise, you start on the next growth stages. The middle growth stages can be reduced down to 0 days, so they're just skipped over completely. And I think the last growth stage has to have some days. But that's basically how it works. So with potatoes, I don't remember, like, if the first growth stage is more than 1 day or whatever. But because you take 0.6, you round it up, so you have 1 day that you can take off, and as a result, potatoes take 5 days instead of 6. Parsnips are the same way, except, you get a better increase there, I want to say. Because instead of a 16.7% increase, which you would get for potatoes, you get a 25% increase because it goes from 4 days to 3 days. And you always round up, is the important thing. So even though, 4 days divided by 10 is 0.4 days, you still round up, even though it's under 0.5. So that's how speed growth works. And using deluxe speed grow and agriculturist does stack, although I don't do that for the rare gemberry like I should. And that's basically how that works. So it is a useful perk, but it's not something that you would take over artisan if you were going to be using artisan anyways. I feel like agriculturists could really use a buff. Like, if they made it, say, 20%, then probably it would be a lot more useful. But at 10%, it's not really all that useful on its own unless you're also using Deluxe Speed Grow. But if you're using Deluxe Speed Grow, then the extra amount that you would get from having Agriculturist is negligible. We do get some iridium from the Omni Geodes that we popped open. I tried counting here and then lost count. I'd count again after the video though, and the amount of things that I have donated to the museum as of the end of this video is 59. So if we donate one more thing to the museum, we will get the Rusty Key, which will give us access to Krobus, and then we can purchase from him for 20,000 gold the Stardrop. I do also plan on buying an Iridium Sprinkler from Krobus, most likely. Maybe not, because I am... Like, by the time I would be able to buy an Iridium Sprinkler from Krobus, I already have 2 Iridium Sprinklers out, and I don't want to plant crops in the middle of the season. It's just not really worth it. There's the Rainbow Shell, by the way, so I go and deliver that to the box at the train station. Right after selling the blueberries, I think. Yeah. So, we will be able to get the Stardrop from Krobus after one more thing donated. We're still working on the spouse one, which should be... It'll be pretty close, but it should still be doable. The main issue is we have to get like 4 hearts with Leia by the end of the month of fall. And that can be pretty difficult, but maybe we'll manage it. Other than that, everything's sort of falling into place. I'm slowly gathering up the things I need. At some point during this episode, I think today, I go and drop off my axe at the blacksmith's. Because I do need that upgraded to steel so that I can get into the secret woods. I have to get into the secret woods so that I can catch a wood skip, and I think there was something else that I needed from the secret woods that I can't remember. I'll remember eventually. It might have just been the, oh my god, that plane. It might have just been the wood skip that I needed, and if so, that's fine. That's one of the only fish that are remaining for me to catch in any season. I do try to catch some of the fall fish there for a little bit. All I managed to get, however, is the salmon and the angler, which is completely fine. I believe the 2nd of fall, which, you know, the first day of the next video, when I was ending this video, I saw that the next day was going to be a rainy day. So, we will be able to catch the walleye, which is, of course, a fish earliest caught in fall, but only when it's raining and only after 2 p.m., I think, or after 6 p.m. or something like that. So we'll be able to catch that, and we'll pick up the tiger trout as well if we can, and the albacore. And then I think there's one other fish that we have to catch for fall. Either way, we're coming fairly close to catching all of the fish. I tried to catch the lava eel here, but I don't even get one on the hook because it just keeps pulling up trash. Which is totally fine. We have a long time to catch the lava eel, 2 full months. But we're coming up on the end of the video here, so I hope you guys are all still enjoying the series. We are coming to an end soon. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys all next time.